Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga, and we are back with a title running. It's game week 36, 7 around the corner, and we are almost done. Arsenal and Manchester City will take it to the end of the title. If you're joining us new, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to be able for more videos. Here we're talking about the run-in, which is the Premier League title, the run-in for the Premier League title, which was a three-way battle couple of weeks back, but we're back. But somebody dropped out, and it was Liverpool who eventually dropped out of the race after having defeats or like having dropped points previously. But we've had a cracking game week 37, 36. It is the game week 37 because Manchester City has a game in hand and they will play Spurs. Arsenal don't have a game in hand, and they've played the 37th game against Manchester United. If you've not watched that video, I would recommend go on and check out the video where I go over the analysis of what's happened with the Manchester United and the Arsenal match. But here we talk about the run-in, which in a way has happened with Manchester City winning against Fulham 4-0. Yes, they've kind of hit the nail on the head with Guardiola finding his boots for scoring finally. And also, not finally, he's a defender, but then he is the new boots on the ground for Manchester City, who is scoring. Haaland was kept quiet entirety of the game, even Kevin De Bruyne, but Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez adding to the 2 goals in the end. Alvarez, I guess, scoring from the penalty as well. And Diop sent off for a second yellow after the tackle on Julian Alvarez, who scored it, and it was game, set, match. On the other hand, Manchester United lost to Arsenal at home. And that leaves Arsenal top of the Premier League table. Arsenal fans, drop in the comment section below. If you're not new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, guys. It is going to be a crazy ride. You've made it the most exciting Premier League race to the end. It's going to the wire, guys. We have seen this a couple of years back, not a couple of years, 2011, Manchester United and City. Manchester City and Manchester United in 2013-14, I think. That's where when Aguero scores that crazy goal to make a Man City win. And on the other hand, Manchester United also thinking that they've won, but then they check out the score and it's a different scene. That's what we are kind of getting into, guys. This is like crazy fight territory right now. The title fight continues. Arsenal, 86 points with 37 games played. Manchester City, 85 points, and destiny is in Manchester City's hands, guys. It's pretty simple. Manchester City need to beat none other than Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs play Manchester City on Tuesday, 14th of May. And with that win, it is a title sealed, or like not sealed, but it will go to the wire. Manchester City, if they win against Spurs, it will be 88 points. And then it's the final game of the season where Arsenal will face Everton and Manchester City will face Manchester City on the last day. Who's Manchester City facing? They will face West Ham. Okay, that's an interesting game. David Moyes and Everton playing on the other side. Everton have seen their tails up with Sean Dyche, definitely. And that's going to be interesting to watch as well. But drop in the comment section below, guys. Let me know, what do you think? Who's going to rank this run? Because this has got more exciting as ever. What a crazy scene. This is absolutely bonkers. Arsenal's win against Manchester United has given us the best finale, the grand finale that we wanted in the Premier League. And it is just getting exciting. More exciting than to watch as a fan and as a supporter. As a neutral here, of course, I would not want Manchester City have the bragging rights for sure after winning the treble, if they do the double, because they're playing the FA Cup as well. And they might win the Premier League. I would love nothing for more. But I don't want both of them to win. That's my problem. I don't want Arsenal to win. I don't want Manchester City to win, but one of them will win. Arsenal would, my heart goes out to Arsenal because they've done the best they could, but it also means that they could also drop. It's not in their hands. The game against Aston Villa, which they lost, was the shock and turn the table here, because our Man City is a machine. They're robots, guys. They don't stop. They're relentless. They kind of go back to 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 back. So they're very, very hard to beat. Manchester City, Arsenal against Manchester United. If you've not seen the video, do look at the videos. But I've said that Manchester United could have equalized. Arsenal did not have a great game, but Manchester United are struggling really much more. And they're just struggling. So it's very easy for any team to kind of come out right now and try and beat Manchester United, or at least try to poach their nerve or get better against them. On the other hand, Arsenal have, of course, regained the top spot from Manchester City, heading into the final week of the Premier League with a win 1-0 at Manchester United. And Trossard's goal was good enough. Gunners move 1 point clear of City, who thrashed Fulham 4-0 and still have a game in hand at Arsenal. Fierce rivals Tottenham Hotspur on Tuesday, meaning the title remains in the hands of Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola's side. City had then host West Ham on the final day, while Arsenal are home to Everton. Yes, guys, that's how it's going to be. It's going to be very interesting to see how it kind of runs, because who will be the champion? That's the question. Who will be the champion here? It's on the wire. 2023-24 Premier League side and set to go on the wires, and one of the most exciting races of the champions for a long time. Arsenal on top of the table. Manchester City have a match in hand and the destiny on their side to break the grasp. Liverpool went out of the race after they reached to 84 points maximum, so there's no way that they can win. Key talking points, guys. Let's talk about talking points here. I think Arsenal, and if you've not heard the post-match conference from Arteta, he is putting out in the universe that Spurs will beat Manchester City. He's putting it out on the universe. He's basically manifesting what he wants to happen by stating that in a press conference. He said Tottenham will beat Man City on Tuesday. What happens then? It's not done yet, but if City drop points, City will be at, and then City win in the last game against West Ham, City will be 88 points. And Arsenal then need to win against Everton, because if they win by 1 point. They played by 89. That's mathematics there. But if City win the game against Spurs, they're already ahead. But then they're still ahead. They will go ahead by 88 points. 88 against Arsenal's 86 on Tuesday, 2 points ahead, and then it will be the final game. West Ham versus West Ham playing at home against Manchester City, and Arsenal hosting Everton at home. I still feel West Ham can beat or draw the game against, but then it will go to goal difference, and in the goal difference department, City have climbed it up. They've done plus. They were I think a 10 goal difference between. Goal difference was plus 57 and 50 something, but City have stepped it up. They've scored 5 or 4 goals against Fulham. They've scored 4 goals behind them. So it's before this. So let me do a quick check of what the games were, how City have kind of dominated this. City basically they thrashed Brighton, then they thrashed Wolves 5, and there's again a 4 goal difference, and Nottingham Forest 2. So they have done a good job to kind of lessen that goal difference to just 3 goals, which was pretty much more. And Arsenal, on the other hand, have scraped the wins against the clubs that they won. Of course, against Chelsea, they kind of thrashed them, but Spurs was a very narrow win. Arsenal at Bournemouth was 3-0. Manchester United is a 1-0. But they've tried to kind of keep that 3-goal advantage, which is a good thing. But beating Manchester City, guys, is hard. It takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of effort. And in my mind, Arsenal are possibly going to. This is what I feel is going to happen in my mind. It is all on Spurs right now. It's such a trivial situation for Spurs, because if they beat Manchester City, then it's possibly Arsenal who win the title. They are fiercest rivals, North London derby. And it was a 2-3 game in the North London derby as well. They wouldn't want to be. But then, come on, they're professionals. They won't lose a game against Man City so that Arsenal can't win. That doesn't happen in professional football. So I'm not stating that it's possible, but then I'm saying it is possible that but Spurs are so bad defensively. They're just so bad defensively that I don't know what to expect from them, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think is going to happen? Give me your predictions. I feel it's Manchester City who will win eventually. Manchester City are relentless. They have a game in hand. They will beat Spurs, but then they will also beat West Ham to make it. Just they can possibly get 6 points at the end of it. And the 6 points would mean they're 91 and Arsenal is 89. 2 points. But what a race this is going to be. It's going to go to the wire, even if Spurs lose or win against Manchester City. Yes, it's going to be interesting. If Manchester City lose against Spurs, Man City will be 85, and then it's the final day. That's the final day. It is game over. The title is over. If Spurs, but no, it's not over. But then if Spurs wins against Manchester City, City will be 85. Arsenal will be 86. Arsenal will sit on the top of the table, but it will be the final day drama. Everton and West Ham. If Arsenal drop points, it's game over. If City drop points, it's game over. It's going to be a fun show. I hope you're on the right thing with me on that one. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you'll enjoy the video till now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.